follow my lead. We on the road to achieve
success and settle for less.
no need. If you could dream, you can achieve what you believe.
What's going on, Iron Body Crew? It's your boy D Wills here, coming at y'all again with another video. In today's video, I'm gonna be taking y'all through my push day. We're gonna be doing some barbell squats, the press, the behind the neck press, the dumbbell military press, the barbell flat bench press, and also the barbell incline bench press. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the barbell squats. Now, the reason why we're doing this exercise first is because it's the most taxing to your body and it builds the most muscle as well. So we're going to be doing reps of 5 and below to focus on form and lifting heavier weight. So total we're doing about 7 sets, and the rest periods are going to be 3 minutes once we get to our working weight. Alright, so my first warm-up weight was about 135 and I did that for 5 reps. My next warm-up set was for 185 for 5 reps. And then I jumped to 225 and I did that for 5 reps for 2 sets. Now my first working weight set is going to be 275 and I did that for 5 reps for 2 sets. Remember, with 3 minutes between each set for maximum recovery. The third set after that, I moved to 315 for 3 reps for 2 sets of that. My top weight was 350 and I did that for 2 reps. After that, I started to come back down the pyramid, so I did 275 for 5 reps again for 2 sets. That's the remainder of my barbell squat. As you can see, I'm not particularly very strong in the barbell squat just because I neglected to do legs in the earlier portion of my bodybuilding or fitness journey rather. I prefer fitness journey. And because of that, of course, I'm suffering in the leg area. So I gotta really focus on trying to get my weight up, trying to lift heavier weight, focusing on form, that kind of thing. So if you're kind of in the same boat, then you can just follow along with me. Next, we have some more standing action. One of my favorite exercises, the press. We're going to be doing this for 3 sets of 8 reps with 75-second rest periods. You really want to try to aim for somewhere around 70% on 1 rep max. Now me, I'm not really doing as much weight because I tweaked my neck a little bit like a week ago, so I gotta chill, you know what I mean? Because this is one of those kind of exercises where you do want to definitely make sure your form is on point. Best to do a belt lift for maximum core work, but coming after doing squats, you might have to use it just because you might be a little bit fatigued. Make sure to bring the bar all the way down on your chest. Allow the bar to rest on your chest for 1 second and then explode the weight up, shrugging the weight slightly to engage the traps a little bit at the top. That's really the way the press is supposed to be performed. You're supposed to feel it in your traps. If you're not feeling it in the traps, you're probably not going all the way up, locking out and shrugging the weight slightly so that you can feel the traps. The press works your whole shoulder girdle, so it's going to be working your clavicular muscles as well as your anterior, middle, and posterior deltoid. So if it's performed correctly, it should work everything perfectly. Next, to complement the press, we're going to be doing the behind the neck press. Now this exercise engages the posterior deltoids and the medial deltoids to a much greater degree, which is like a weak point for most people. So I would encourage you to do both the press, which is the front, and the behind the neck press, so that you don't create those imbalances. For this exercise, we're also going to be doing 3 sets of 8 reps with the same weight as we use for the press for 75-second rest periods. Always be disciplined with them rest periods too. Get your stopwatch out, like I said in other videos. You know, for the hand positioning for this exercise, your hands have to be positioned outside of shoulder width apart, and you bring it down and let it rest on your traps. And of course, explode the weight up all the way till you reach lockout. Between this exercise and the press, these 2 exercises will work your shoulders to maximal development. I don't care what anybody else says. Next, we're going to be doing the seated dumbbell military press, and we're going to be doing this for 5 sets of 10 reps with 67% of your 1 rep max or 60-second rest periods. Now, the way I usually perform this movement is my back is all the way up against the seat, no arch in my back to try not to engage too much of my upper pecs. And when I bring the dumbbells down, I bring them all the way down to the point where they actually touch on my shoulders. That's typically how I do it. Depending on whether you have limited shoulder mobility or not, you may not be able to do that. So if your range of motion, if you don't have the mobility to do that, then just bring it down to around your ears and then go up, okay? Once you start to strengthen your mobility, then you can start to bring the weight down a little bit lower and a little bit lower. And of course, you know, working through a full range of motion is always going to be your best bet with any exercise for the most part. Remember to contract the weight at the top, and also remember to be dead on point with that rest period. 60 seconds, no more than that. Next, we'll work on our way to the barbell bench press, and we're going to be doing this for 3 working sets of 10 reps. And we also have 3 warm-up sets as well. Now, my first warm-up set was 185 for 5 reps. And then my next set was 225 for 5 reps. And then I moved to 275 for 2 reps. Now, my working weight happened to have been 205 pounds. And I did that for 3 sets of 10 reps with 60-second rest periods. Remember, we're trying to engage. We're trying to build up as many metabolites in the muscle as fast as possible, as much as we can in a short period of time. That's why the rest periods happen to be shorter. If I allowed you to do 3-minute rest periods, then you wouldn't get the same effect. So yeah, it's going to be burning. You may not be able to complete it. If need be, rack the weight, give yourself a 10-second count, unrack it, and do as many as you can until the set is complete. Remember to keep them elbows tucked, retract the scapula, and dig your feet into the floor, okay? Dig your feet into the floor, and when you bring the bar down, bring it all the way down to your lower chest, or really around your sternum area. If you need additional help on how to bench press, I have a video on it. Just click the link at the top. Next, we're going to be doing the barbell incline bench press, and we're going to be doing it as a 5x5, which is 5 sets of 5 reps with 90-second rest periods. Now, you want to try to use heavier weight for this particular exercise, but at this point, your chest, your triceps, and your shoulders are very fatigued from the other exercises you have done. So you'll have to use your 10 rep max for the weight, or even possibly your 12 rep max for this weight. Again, if you can't complete the set, rack the weight, give yourself a 10-second count, and go again until you complete the set. And you might have to do this a few times, especially for this exercise being where it's positioned at and given how fatigued your muscles happen to be. All right, but that's going to make it be that word. Iron Body Crew, that was my push routine for the day. Give this a try. You know how it is, whether you're feeling it or not. And I'm going to continue to kind of build off of that. Try to take your time a bit and slowly work into it. I know it might be aggressive for some of y'all out there, but just do what you can and just progress slowly but surely. If 5 sets is too much, then just knock it down to 3 sets instead, and just kind of build up into the point where you can do 5 sets instead. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will be coming at y'all again soon. Take it easy. Peace.